Okay, thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Here we go. And here's Albuquerque now. Now right. And there's the screen. Pass to Beasley. Here's Abdul Rahim. Clock at 6. Oh, and he nails it from the high post.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here's Irving. Outside Coulibaly. Shoots over Beasley. Ayton with a screen. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Oh, man, talk about hang time. What a wicked double clutch finish.
Hey, when you have that kind of space, you're allowed to get fancy. Now here's Beasley. Back to right. Pass to Brewer. Ayton with a screen. The three. Shot is good by Brewer.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
First quarter at about a minute and a half in. Pass to Beasley. Ayton with a screen. Fires the three. Beasley misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Ayton with it. At around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Brewer. Shot clock at 6. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Irving for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Irving's got 5 now.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Daniels. Hits a three-pointer.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
And here's Wright from the arc. And it's blocked by Irving. Here's Daniels. Oh, there's the alley. And Irving powers it home.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Pass to Wright. Ayton with a screen to halt the run. And it's Wright with the three.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Wright with a steal. To the inside. It's blocked. And they get it back. To the middle. Ayton with a screen. Second shot opportunity. And Ayton pulls it down. Pass to Irving.
Albuquerque foul call. Corey Brewer. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Ayton with a screen. Koulibaly. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Outside Koulibaly. Outside for Irving. 5 on the clock. From deep. Knocks down the long J. Irving's got 10.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Tries the spin move. It's Beasley on the wing. Pass to Brewer. Takes the 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Here's Daniels. Driving in. Tries a 10-footer. And yep, it's good. He's got 5.
Full team foul. Kenneth Faried. First personal foul. Second team foul.
It's stolen away.
Love the opportunistic defense, guys. Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Knocks it loose. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Up by 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive effort.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. 4-3. Daniels misses. 3-on-3. Here's Beasley. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Koulibaly. Here's Faried. No points so far. Misfires on the corner 3. How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball 5, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
Pass to Brewer. Lets the 3 fly. Now Banchero. And here's Ayton from behind the arc. Connects from downtown. Ayton's got 5. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Albuquerque.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
To the paint. Back to Banchero. Pass to Ayton. The 3 ball. Another shot. Right outside. And here's Beasley. Koulibaly defending. 3 on the clock. From the arc. They shoot again. And Carroll left side. And Carroll uses his size down there.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Carroll bangs his way in.
Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving. On offense, here's Albuquerque. They're on a 14-3 run. Ayton with a screen. Beasley outside. Right outside. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Irving. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Here's Fareed. Still without a bucket. Oh, rejected by Ayton. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton touched it last. Stolen by Ayton. And Carroll left side. And here's Beasley. He's got 10. Money from 17 feet out. Beasley's got 9 points now in the quarter.
I know he was wide open, but that fadeaway was cash.
Ayton with a screen. And that's a foul. Called on DeLong right. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Covington. And there's the lob.
Oh, unselfish basketball from Covington. Now, his teammates appreciate his willingness to hit them when they're open.
Outside Coulibaly. .23 seconds left in the first half. And Carroll outside. The 3 is up. To the right side. The 3 is up. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Ellison. Buries it from 3. Ellison's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Here's Brewer. So we conclude the first half. Albuquerque out in front. They lead by 7. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Here's Black. Outside Covington. From outside the arc. They grab their own miss. Out to the wing. There's the triple. Hits the trifecta.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
And here's Albuquerque now. 4-point game. From downtown. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Are you serious? What a sweet move. Broke his ankles on that one.
Out to the right wing. Outside Reddish. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. There's the drive. Out to Covington. And it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Kamari. They set the screen. Shot clock at 5. Misses the layup. And Carroll outside. 3-pointer. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
I'll say this, Banchero is... Oh, a highlight! What a slam!
Oh, my.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Here's Black. No points yet. For the tie. Knocks down the triple. And this game is tied up now.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Black. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Brewer. Drills it from deep. Brewer's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Pass to Ellison. And Carroll surveys. Can they get it? Banchero finishes with force inside.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Here's Brewer. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Pass to Banchero. Pure from three-point range. Banchero's got 10 points.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer. So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Got a piece of it. Down low. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
The floater. Covington, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
That gives them the lead. And it's a three-point Albuquerque lead.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Banchero outside. Pass to Ellison. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
"19 seconds left in the third. Here's Banchero. Covington grabs the board.
The defensive versatility Covington provides is huge. He's able to guard multiple positions with his length and speed.
Personal foul. First team foul.
9 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's a pick. And he lobs it up to the rim. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Albuquerque calls timeout. Here's Brewer. Whoa! He just got it off in time!
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
That takes us to the end of the third. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On offense, here's Albuquerque. The lead is 2. Now here's Wright. Out left to the wing. There's a screen. This one for 3. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
3 points.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Daniels. Koulibaly on the wing. Pass to Farid. Outside Koulibaly. 6 to shoot. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Albuquerque calls timeout. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Albuquerque's head coach said to the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Beasley.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Here's Irving. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Albuquerque.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
Now Beasley. Pass to Brewer. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton with a screen. Shoots it from the corner. Perfect. Right between the eyes on that one. Brewers got 5 points in the quarter.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Pass to Koulibaly. They set a pick. Here's Daniels. Irving for 3. Right with the board.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Banchero the screen. Pass to Ayton. The 3 knocks it down from distance. And now an 11-point Albuquerque lead.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
The ball's knocked loose. Fast break, here we go. And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get one free throw and they'll keep possession here. So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
Right side, Irving. Gets the 3 ball to go. Irving's got 11 points here in the second half.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
Pass to Brewer. Puts up a 3. Irving controls the rebound and the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Banchero outside. Now here's Beasley. Banchero the screen. Shoots a fadeaway. Doesn't go there. 8 for 12. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. It's Daniels with a drive. Down low. Money.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Irving comes to help. Here's Banchero. Yes!
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Daniels. Pass to Fareed. Here's Daniels. Hayden with a screen. Irving with it. Shot clock at 6. To tie it up. And he drills the triple. Oh, an enormous three-pointer. 9 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Brewer. Yes!
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. The home team calls timeout. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a 3. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever.
NBA. On 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here is Daniels. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
DeLon Wright.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Irving looking over the floor. And then Irving slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
To the wing right side. Here's Abdul-Rahim. Back to Beasley. Pocket 6. Off target from outside. Pass to Koulibaly. Lets it go from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
Here's Brewer. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Brewer with the ball.
Away team.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Beasley for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Irving with the steal. On the wing, Daniels. 3-pointer. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. 4-point game.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Fareed outside. Puts it up. And Abdul-Rahim pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Pass to Beasley. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's Beasley on the wing. And here comes the break. Now Ayton. Here's Koulibaly. Drains the wing tray. Koulibaly's got 8 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
They set the pick.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Beasley outside.
Away team foul. Julius Irving. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Beasley for 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Down low, Ayton.
Well, look at the fluidity in the screen and roll. DeAndre Ayton, so good at taking what he sees in these sets.
And stolen by Wright. Launches a 3. And again, Albuquerque with the triple.
That fast break 3 is one of his favorite shots. He's never afraid to pull it up from deep.
Pass to Coulibaly. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
A big man with a big finish.
On the wing, Coulibaly fires from deep. Out of bounds, it'll be Albuquerque's ball. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right outside. Pass to Abdul-Rahim. Right wing. Here's Wright. Driving the lane. Picked off in midair. Here's Fareed. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Pass to Ayton. Ayton a screen. Irving way outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Albuquerque leads by just 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Albuquerque.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
And here's Beasley. Fires the 3. And Kenneth Fareed pulls it down. Beasley with the steal. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley. So it's the visitors now. Here is Daniels. Hasn't made one yet. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Albuquerque.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Brewer. Sinks the three-pointer. Brewer's got the lead up to 4 now for Albuquerque.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Irving misses. And Beasley has the ball here for Albuquerque. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it's Banchero missing. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paulo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has, becoming an elite competitor people fear almost instantly.
It's Beasley on the wing. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Daniels. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And And so here's Albuquerque. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Wright. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Brewer. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Irving with it. Guarded now by Michael Beasley. Irving can't get it to go. Albuquerque trails by 4. Beasley for 3. Albuquerque again can't hit it.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And now the first timeout called here for Albuquerque. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Ellison. Sends it from downtown. Ellison's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Covington. They set the pick. A 3-ball. Black grabs the board.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Bancaro. And again Albuquerque with the triple.
And this is something Bancaro continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
2 points. That one goes. Brewer's got his first points of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Ellison. On the wing, Koulibaly. 5 to shoot. Albuquerque needs to get a shot off it. Here's Bancaro. Back to Koulibaly. Knocks it loose. Covington with the steal. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Black.
Albuquerque foul call. Anthony Black. First personal foul. Third team foul.
29 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Brewer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brewer's got 5 points so far. Pass to Koulibaly. Bancaro with the screen. Back to Black. Misses the 3. Now here's Brewer. Up in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 5. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Brewer's shot is off.
won't miss many of those.
And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
Lets it go with the three. Rebound by Albuquerque.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
For the lead. Pass to Koulibaly. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Banchero. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Robert Covington picks one up.
And Banchero doesn't back down from anyone, which is why he's able to draw those fouls.
And it's tied up with that one. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Brewer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Brewer's got 7 points in the game. Reddish with the ball. Going inside. And it's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here. The visitors on defense. They lead by 1.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Back to Banchero. Changes up. And the layup is up and in. Banchero's got 6 in the quarter.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside.
Oh, and the dunk by Brewer. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
They set the pick. Pass to Ellison. Good ball movement here by Albuquerque. Here's Banchero. Black grabs the board. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Takes it off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Now Reddish. Takes the 3. Pass to Black. Here's Reddish. The tray. Can't hit that one. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. There's a screen from close range. And here is Brewer. Into the lane. Back to Covington. Pass to Black.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
There's the steal. Pass to Black. Banchero with the screen. And there's the drive. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Koulibaly. It's good from long range. Koulibaly's got it all tied up now for Albuquerque.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Pass to Brewer. There's a screen by Covington. Here's Ellison. Tipped away. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Black, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping form, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Rush. Tries to keep it alive. And as it goes out of bounds, Albuquerque able to keep the ball here. "27 seconds left to play in the third. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here's Covington. It's rebounded by Koulibaly.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pass to Ellison. With 1 on the clock. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Albuquerque out in front. They're up by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Pass to Koulibaly. Out of bounds. It'll be Albuquerque's ball. And so here's Albuquerque. It's a 3-point game. To the paint. Off to right. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wright's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Albuquerque on D. To the middle. And Fareed throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Now a timeout called by Albuquerque. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Albuquerque's coach said to his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, "I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope, guys."
Thank you, David. Albuquerque leading by 4. Ayton a screen. Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Pass to Brewer. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Shot clock at 6. Irving for 3. And Wright pulls it down. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Albuquerque. 6-point lead. Beasley outside. Pass to Wright. Beasley the screen. Wright with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Back to Wright. Wide open look. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now an 8-point Albuquerque lead. Here is Daniels. Outside Irving. To the inside. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Wright. And finished off by Wright.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that now.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul, Third team foul.
And here's Daniels.
Well, we all know that DeLon Wright has instincts as a scorer, but remember, this guy takes pride in his defense.
Albuquerque leading by 10. Over to the left wing. Ayton, the screen. The kick out to Wright. Pass to Beasley. Clock at 6. Inside. Brewer. Kicks it out to Beasley. With the clock, winds forward.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Irving for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Brewer. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Albuquerque leading by 7. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Irving, and Dr. J slams it in.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Ayton wide open. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Daniels. Ayton, the screen. Pass to Brewer. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by Albuquerque. They've held a 12-point lead early. Bancaro outside. And here's Beasley, covered by Brewer. This one for 3. And Michael Beasley good for 3.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Takes a 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And so Albuquerque takes the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines.
Here we go.
Outside Coulibaly. Jackson the screen. And that one's good. Coulibaly.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Daniels. Off the mark there with a three. Pass to Coulibaly. And he dunks it down.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Outside Irving. Puts up a deep three. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. It's Jackson, high post. And stolen by Covington. Pass to Brewer. And just over a minute played here to start the game. And it's good. 2 points.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, Coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
That one goes. Count it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Yeah, well, Covington was totally prepared there. He had the shot all picked out and just needed to be fed.
Here's Chalmers. Pass to Kamari. Ayton with it. Lets it go from deep. And he buries his first look.
3 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Pass to Daniels. From downtown. The shot misses.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. The visitors with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Here's Irving. Outside Coulibaly. Fires for three. And here's Ayton. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Chalmers. Tries yet again. Offensive rebound. Now here's Coulibaly. It's stolen by Irving. Fires the three. Drains the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Chalmers. Driving in. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
And you don't need a roadmap when he's got open court in front of him like that.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
Daniels, that one's true.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
Here's Daniels. Sinks the tray. Daniels has got 5 points.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And it's blocked by Irving. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Brewer. Launches it. He drops it from range. He's got 5.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
Timeout. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Irving for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Here's Daniels. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
The home team calls timeout. The home team calls timeout. And there's the screen. Here's Daniels. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like...
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
Let's go with a 3. Daniels misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. They just missed it.
There's a screen. Outside Irving. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Irving's got 7 points.
Strong anticipation from Jackson on the dish. Coaches love to see that out of their big men.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Irving. He has 7. Jackson the screen. And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Irving for three. And Aiden pulls it down. Koulibaly on the wing. Pass to Jackson. Count it. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter. Here's Daniels. Give him 8. Now here's Irving. He's guarded by Irving. Irving looking around. Picked it out of midair. Pass to Chalmers. Jackson the screen. Oh, they get a hand on it. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Releases. And it's Irving missing.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Rim protection and shooting, so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the three-point contest one day. Here's Koulibaly. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Koulibaly's got 10 points in the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Jackson. Fires the three. And Aiden pulls it down. Here's Brewer. Gets the 3-ball to go. Brewer's got 6 here in the quarter.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Here's Chalmers. Outside Koulibaly.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:06 left in the first half. Here's Fareed. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Koulibaly. They get it back. Pass to Kamari. Oh, swiped away. Here's the break. Kamari, that's good.
An old-school finish there with the finger roll. You gotta be committed to a move like that, and he was.
Outside Koulibaly. The 3 is up. He can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. 7 seconds left in the first half of this game. Shots good by Black.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
And we finished off one half of play. They lead by 12. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Right side, Koulibaly. Deflects the pass. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ellison. And that one is stuffed right through.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Here's Black. No points yet. Pass to Koulibaly. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Black. Here's Fareed. Three-pointer. Nails it from three. Fareed's got 7 points in the game.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Kamari. First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Buries it from three. Koulibaly's got 6 points in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Powered down as the whistle blows. 3-point play opportunity.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Koulibaly drives in. Doesn't go that time. He takes it in. Pass to Ellison. Outside Reddish. Inside. Pocket 6. Throw it down on the lob.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Now Koulibaly. Fires from deep. Fareed grabs the board.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Off target from 3-point range. Outside Koulibaly. Unloads. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's Fareed. Pure from 3-point range. He's got 10.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Pass to Fareed. Looking to win the run. Good as the jump shot falls. Here's Black. Here's Fareed. There's the block. Here's Fareed. From outside, off the mark. Pass to Black. They set a pick. This one for three. Fareed grabs the board. Outside Koulibaly. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Koulibaly's got 9.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Shot's good by Black. A minute 29 left in the third. From deep. Offensive board. Pass to Black. Takes a 3. Ellison grabs the board.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Kamari. No good on the 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Black. Still no points. From the arc. Ellison grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Reddish with it. Picked up by Koulibaly. Here's Kamari. Counted from distance. 7 points in the game. Here's Black. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Ellison missing.
home team foul. First personal foul, third team foul. Substitution on the court.
.23 seconds left in the third quarter. Sinks it from distance. They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Pass to Fareed. Shoots over Jackson. The shot by Fareed, no good. Lets the three fly. And that one's good. Jackson for three. Jackson's got 9.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Irving. There's the triple. That one no good.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Here's Chalmers. Back to Jackson. And Aiden pulls it down. And they're on the run. On the wing, Irving. The home team calls timeout.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Here's Brewer. Knocks down the triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Jackson for 3. That shot is off. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. The 3 is up. The shot comes out. Outside Covington. And Aiden pulls it down. And they're running. Jackson with it. Irving picks him up. Here's Coulibaly. Hits the trifecta.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Coulibaly with it. Aiden with a screen. Hacked on the shot, and that'll send him to the line for 3. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
For the away team.
And he sinks the second.
3 shots.
And he nails the third. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Irving with a deep 3. And Aiden pulls it down.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment. And you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Irving's got 6 here in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Aiden with a screen. Daniels sends it home from 3-point land.
Yeah, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
Outside Irving. Pass to Coulibaly. There's the 3. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
3.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Brewer. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Outside Irving. Back to Aiden. Here's Chalmers. Now here's Aiden. And there's a pick. That three's off the mark. Pass to Covington. Oh, deflected. Koulibaly with it. Irving picks him up. And he's going for the lob. And Ayton with the stuff.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down. I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, all right. That'd be an automatic benching if I was coaching. What was that?
.55 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Brewer with the drive. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Basket counts.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
30 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Aiden. Here's the pick. Takes the three. That shot missing. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
And they'll get another chance. And here's Aiden. Now Koulibaly. Back to Aiden. The three. Misses the shot. And so the road team gets the W in this one.
Action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Here we go. And here's Daniels. Ayton, a screen. Daniels, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Brewer. Stolen by Chalmers. Here's Kamare. Now here's Ayton. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Ayton. Ayton, the screen. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Three-pointer, Daniels. Hits it from three-point range.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Driving in. Chalmers' shot is no good. Here's Irving. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Good on the shot.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Fires the three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Rebound by Mario Chalmers.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And the rejection by Ayton. There's the triple. Tries again, and he sinks the layup.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Over to the wing. Hands it from downtown.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Hits the three-point bomb. Daniels has got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Daniels. 6 points for him. Down low.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Pass to Kamare. Got a piece of it. Brewer with the steal. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Daniels with it. On the wing, Irving. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Daniels. 8 points for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Ayton wide open. And the 3-ball is good.
I love the confidence. Ayton knows he must continue to hone his jumper, especially shooting it off the catch.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Irving. Nothing on the board. Pass to Brewer. And Jackson with the block.
A terrific defender, and Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
The shot's good from Irving. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Koulibaly. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Here's Daniels. The kick out to Irving. Goes back up. That shot off.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
And that does it for the first quarter. Up by 6. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Koulibaly on the 3 off target. Here's Brewer. Bangs home the trifecta. Brewer's got 5 points so far.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Pass to Irving. Back to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And so here's the home team. 9-point game. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And the basket is good.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Now Irving to the inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Brewer with the steal. There's a screen by Covington. Takes it inside. And they're able to recover. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That is his first foul of the game. Home team on D. Trailing by 10. And stolen by Ayton. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Outside Irving. 6 to shoot. Now here's Chalmers. Rebounded by Covington. Irving looking over the floor. Pass to Daniel. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Irving. And Dr. J slams it in.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Back to Daniels. Launches it from deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
Kicks it out to Covington. Pass to Brewer. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup. Brewer's got 9.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Ayton in the corner. And the lead is down inside single digits.
And I'll tell you what, stretch bigs are getting bigger. Ayton, Embiid, Big Cat, this is the future.
Here's Daniels. 8 points for him. Pass to Irving. Launches it. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Chalmers outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Chalmers has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up front.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Inside. And stolen by Ayton. Here's the break. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Kamare. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Black.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Koulibaly with it. Pass to Ellison. Fareed outside. Going inside. And Fareed sends it back. They retain possession. Clock is at 3. Second chance shot. And that one's good, Ellison. Ellison's got his first 2 points.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Pass to Kamare. Off target from 3-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Black. Good work there as it goes. And And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Black. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. The visitors with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Poked away. And here's Reddish. No scoring in this one. Pass to Black. Now Reddish. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
They set the pick. Fareed, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Pass to Kamare. For the tie. Ellison with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Lays it up off the glass. Black's got 5.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Pass to Koulibaly. To the middle. And a dunk by Fareed.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Fareed outside. Sinks the triple. Fareed's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Pass to Reddish. Here's Kamare. There's a screen. Pocket 6. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Now Koulibaly.
Team foul. Kamara. Second personal foul. First team foul.
1:12 left to play here in the third. Stolen.
Well, that's just great awareness. He was ready and took advantage.
Floats one up. Pass to Ellison. From outside the arc. And the basket by Kamare. Kamare's got 6 in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Black. He's got 5. Pass to Kamare. Banked in off the glass. Kamare's got 8 points.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Driving to the basket. Black in the post. Here's Ellison. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Fareed. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
Daniels from outside. And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Irving. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Up in time. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Daniels. Pass to Brewer. Lets it fly. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Outside for Jackson. Lets it go from deep. And it's rebounded by Covington. Ayton missed screen. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Yeah, what a finish. He used his bounce to throw it down over the taller defender.
Here is Daniels. Outside Irving. To the inside. Pass to Daniels. Ayton missed screen. Here's Irving. And here's Daniels. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there? And what skill to knock it down?
Ayton at the elbow. The three from Chalmers. Now Ayton. Pass to Koulibaly. 5 to shoot. Drops in the tray. Daniels with it. There's the three. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Now Jackson. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton from deep. Back to Jackson. From downtown. It's good from long range.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
They get the rebound, and Ayton throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And it's Ayton missing. Irving up top. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
And here's Daniels. .146 left here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Brewer. And it's rebounded by Dr. J, Julius Irving. Pass to Koulibaly. Good on the triple. Koulibaly's got 6 here in this quarter.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment. when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
They set the pick. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the high post. Good. Nothing but net.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Daniels, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
And here's Jackson after Julius Irving just hit the 3. Here's Ayton. And they recover it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Second shot opportunity. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Just a big man with a quality jumper. Ayton has a lot of confidence in that shot.
And Ayton throws it down. Jackson from long range. And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this one.